ZTP Magazine World Premiere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
ZTPmagazine.com brings you a superhero? Not that Ant-Man, this Ant-Man.
Hey, what's going on? It's Ant-Man from ZTP Mag.
And this is Ant-Man Versus.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
I'm a rockin' and I'm a rollin'.
Ant-Man Versus
is all about giving you the story the right way. Up close and personal, bringing you all the information about his music Familia.
Ant-Man Versus
not only gives you insight on the artist, but the life and the strive to become the artist they become.
Ant-Man Versus.
What's going on, Music Familia? Welcome to Ant-Man Versus. What's going on, boys and girls?
What up?
Hey, hey.
So we are joined by two awesome cats, Dave Sheets and Joe from Columbus Botanical Depot. How's it going, Joe?
Bless you. Good.
Wow. Welcome to the show, guys. How's your day going so far?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Doing good. Can't complain.
What's going on, Siobhan?
You know, another day, another dollar I don't get to keep.
How's your personal issue from last week?
Good, you know, making it, surviving.
Surviving, right?
Yeah, you know, the pain pills help. No, I'm kidding. I actually really don't like to take them, so I've actually been suffering more than I probably should by my own accord. So, you know, it's all good.
Sacrifice is life.
Right?
So what's going on, Joe, man? I've been dying to get you in here, man, and I have to say it's an honest-to-God pleasure to have you in the studio tonight. And we're here talking about CBD and its effects, the healthy effects of what it can do for you.
Right.
And we brought our man Dave in here. Dave, why don't you tell us a bit about you and what you do and who you are?
I'm a man of many things. A lot of people watching this already know, but been in the music scene since I started sweeping the Alrosa parking lot in 1996. And then I actually got a job there in like 2001 and just been working in the scene ever since. And then photography and media and broadcasting and managing a 1,000-person music venue to whatever else I can do to stay busy. So
Yeah. Joe,
cool.
You manage and own Columbus Botanical Depot.
That is correct.
And how long have you been dealing with, the whole thing, and what got you into it?
About 4 years ago, I lost my dad and my uncle back-to-back from cancers, from chemotherapy, actually. It was the chemo that killed them, not so much the cancer. And so right after that, I saw the Charlotte's Web episode on CNN, where the little girl from Colorado was having Dravet syndrome, 300 seizures a week, and they basically gave her the CBD oil, stopped her grand mal seizure, dead in its tracks. Something inside me at that time just said, hey, this is what you're meant to do. I just kind of understood what was going on, and I started to educate myself, and the more that I read, the more I became educated, the more it all just kind of clicked within me. I just completely understood what's going on with this plant, with the endocannabinoid system, and so everything I read was just awe-striking. And so I basically started sampling a few different products and talking to a few different manufacturers, and I just started getting stuff and giving it to my family.
Were you nervous about, jumping into it yourself? Because you're your own guinea pig at that point, right?
I was, and so was my family. And so it was really important to me to do the most research that I could before I give something to another loved one, because the reason I started doing this was because I lost loved ones, actually the two pinnacles of our family. And so basically I started doing this because I wasn't able to help them, but I knew that I could help other people in memory of them. And so that's kind of what I started doing. And my grandma was actually the very first person to try it out. She was willing to, because I told her that I believed in the stuff. And so she said, hey, let's try it. She's 80 years old at the time. And she tried it out and she was amazed. And I was like, hey, if this is grandmother approved,
right,
being what it is, hemp, cannabis, but non-psychoactive cannabis, you don't get high from this. And that's what I explained to her was, there's no high. It's CBD, not
It's
THC.
really hard to get people to be like, look,
across,
you're not going to get messed up.
Right.
Like, I mean, so many people are used to that euphoric hangover, quote unquote. I've heard people use the word hangover, and I'm like, man, you're way off. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's one of the first questions people say is, will this get me high? And the answer is no.
Right.
It's impossible. If you could get high off this, the companies manufacturing this would have been in big trouble a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's not a question of, is it going to show up on a drug test? No, there's no THC. It's CBD. It's non-psychoactive. And so it actually occurs in the industrial hemp plant. Same, you can go to Walmart, you can go to any store and buy hemp seeds, hemp milk, hemp lotions, hemp shampoos.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't get you high.
Right.
It comes from the industrial hemp plant. That plant, it's kind of like the male plant versus the female plant. The male
Gotcha.
doesn't produce THC, the female does.
Right.
So this is coming from the stalks in the leaves of the hemp plant. So there's CBD in there, there's no THC.
Right on.
So it's revolutionary.
Yeah.
And so
you brought some products with us, and with you tonight, and you're gonna be handing them out. I guess we're gonna be your live guinea pig tonight.
We are gonna do some CBD on the air.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're gonna witness the transformation of maybe a heightened anxiety level down to maybe a manageable anxiety level.
So when you talk about the managing of anxiety and you managing yourself, what are the key things? I know, Dave, your situation is a little different, a little bit more unique. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, first off, I have very severe PTSD. It's kind of insane for the past, since 2004 when I was involved in an active shooter situation before it was called an active shooter. But I saw 4 people get brutally murdered and then the gunman get his face blown off. And so I have that issue, which comes with anxiety, reoccurring post-traumatic stress syndrome, and then I'm also a kidney transplant patient, so I have some medical issues along with that. So I have high blood pressure, a transplant, and I'm already on a ton of medications that I have to take to basically keep me alive. So
when me and you talked, you were really skeptical when we first talked, because then you're a really healthy guy, man. You drink more water than the average person that I know.
Right.
And so talking to you about it, I was very nervous myself in trying to figure out how I was gonna how do you approach somebody that's been through so many things. And all I did, I was like, yo, you need to go see this guy. I don't know what else to say. I tried to convey my experience, but it seems like no matter what your experience is, or yours or hers, it's always different. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think the important thing is like when you're talking about trying to get better, it's managing, like you said, the word management. You're not looking to get higher. You're not going to get cured. It's just going to give you that control level.
Balance.
Right. So, all right, guys. Siobhan, you have had the opportunity to try CBD as well. Now, you are a mother, and you use CBD, or the hemp lotion, for breastfeeding. Or breast pumping, right?
I do. It's more of a spray than a lotion. It doesn't really have the lotion consistency. It's like a liquid, but I actually kind of like that because it's not greasy. It doesn't have those principles that lotion tends to have, but that stuff's great. Like, before I started using it, I tried regular lotion, I tried coconut oil, I tried lanolin, which was a bad idea because I'm allergic to wool.
Oh, shit.
Didn't know it had wool in it. Really bad idea. So, I was kind of at a loss because none of them really took care of the dryness from pumping, and I had some serious pain from pumping, and I love that stuff, man.
Is that the Baby and Me spray?
Yeah, yep, the Baby and Me.
Popular.
Yeah, that stuff is so great. I have 2 bottles, actually. I keep one at the hospital, and I have one that I keep at home and take back and forth with me to work. And last time I was going to buy another bottle, but you were out.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to leave one at work.
Sure, they're hard to keep in.
Because, it's great for other stuff, too. Like, it even says on the bottle, you can use it for bug bites, you can use it for diaper rash, you can use it all kinds of stuff. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Like, I have a couple of spots of dry skin because I just have really bad sensitive skin, and I've used it on that, and it's great for that. Like, clears it up in a day, and
it's amazing.
And doesn't have any of the shit that all those other meds that I've
the chemicals
used in the past.
and when you're lactating and stuff like that, why would you want to put chemicals topically on the body? Because they go right into the bloodstream, they go right into the cell, and they just wreak havoc on the immune system, on the central nervous system, and that's crazy when you're lactate, when you're breastfeeding. That's the worst thing you could ever do. So using a natural product is just brilliant.
Definitely preferable. And, you know, being that my baby's a preemie, like, I'm super cautious and careful
Right.
about what I eat, drink, etc., because I don't want her to have anything else that she's got to fight against other
Right.
than being preemie, because
Yeah.
that's enough in itself.
Exactly.
So,
All right, guys. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to be hanging out with Dave and Joe and Siobhan all the way till 10 o'clock. In the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have Ricky Wolf calling in, talking about the Field of Firefest 5 going on this weekend at Muddy Creek.
gonna
And
be
so Live is going to be
amazing.
there, and I got an all-access pass, and I
wait.
love them. Thank you. But we're going to get into some new music right now, and this is from Grindhouse, Not Your Superman. Guys, go over to AntmanVs.com, find all my social media in the top right-hand corner. Join us in the chat room if you guys are in there, and let's hang out, let's talk, and let's experience some unsigned music. You guys ready? Here we go. Not Your Superman. Let's go.
Slack-jawed motherfucker stirring up shit. Right at your roadblock, better throw another fit. I can't fathom you could go legit. Get call the hall to save your soul. You burn your bridge. Don't you count on me, I will be there. Don't you count on me, 'cause I don't fucking care. Don't remember me, I don't need a fan. No matter your emergency, I'm not your Superman. Captain America, you lost your defense. The last of truth don't work, you claim your innocence. Another dark night, you think you need to call. You crossed the universe and now you're on your own. Don't you count on me, I will be there. Don't you count on me, I don't fucking care. Don't remember me, I don't need a fan. No matter your emergency, I'm not your Superman. Don't you count on me, I will be there. Don't you count on me, I don't fucking care. Don't remember me, I don't need a fan. No matter your emergency, I'm not your Superman. Don't you count on me. Don't you count on me. Don't remember me. No matter your emergency, I'm not your Superman.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
CTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
She gets her moves right from the front page and begs me, ooh, I got the sweetest girl. She is the product of uncertainty. Treasure aside, I want the gritty and gold. much for the soft words you never tell. Oh yeah, and I would have to wait so many steps behind. Forgive me, don't mean to trouble you. I will move the parade an inch behind the starting line. Forgive me, don't mean to trouble you. I feel so miserable. Now she likes to touch only when I'm sleeping. It keeps me dreaming of a sweeter girl, one with a generalized impurity. She's abruptly the queen, suddenly fit for the crown. Probably the reason she don't need me now. Oh yeah, but I prefer things much more spiritual. So I say a step behind. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you. I will move the parade an inch behind the starting line. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you. I feel so miserable. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you. I will move the parade an inch behind the starting line. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you. I feel so miserable. She just born. If there were a photographic record, you could watch her as she pulls the roll to back the floor and make the world fly out from under me. I'll act my age, but if there's any reason, then I reason it's a reason to make a time to stay. My routine, then the dramatic love affair. Now she took her moves back to the front page and made me wonder if the sweetest girl that ever gave a damn for me. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you. I will move the parade an inch behind the starting line. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you, but I feel so miserable. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you. I will move the parade an inch behind the starting line. Forgive me, I don't mean to trouble you, but I feel so miserable. We're all miserable. We're all miserable. We're all miserable. Now she gets her moves right from the front page and begs me, ooh, I got the sweetest girl.
Extreme Alchemy Radio.
Check us out online on Facebook.
Facebook.com, Extreme Alchemy.
On the web
at extremealchemy.com.
extremealchemy.com.
Restless nights I walk alone today. You were my best friend, but you couldn't stay. There is no welcome from the open door. The house is not the same anymore. But I will hold your head in my hands as I watch you go to sleep. Well, I will let you go, my friend, till the end. I will stay till the end. As you drift away, I watch you go. I want so badly to love you more. I see the calm when it comes over you. backyard growing green. There's something missing from the scene. I hope you know all that you meant. To us at home, we'll love you till the end. I will hold your head in my hands as I watch you go to sleep. But I won't let you go, my friend, till the end. I will stay. I will hold your head in my hands as I watch you go to sleep. But I won't let you go, my friend, till the end. I will stay till the end. I will stay till the end. I will stay till the end.
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the show. Hanging out with Joe and Dave and Siobhan. What's going on, guys?
What
Hey.
up?
So, it looks like we got some chatting going on in the chat room. So, shout out to, first of all, everybody who's tuning in tonight. Thank you guys so much, first and foremost. And thank you to my awesome sponsors, ZTP Magazine, Columbus Botanical Depot, my man Joe sitting in front of me here.
Yes.
And I want to give a huge shout out to Extreme Alchemy Radio for carrying us on 2 other nights a week, giving us 20 to 40,000 listeners every week. Thank you guys so much. We love you. And so we're talking about CBD here, and one of the questions in the chat room was answered by Siobhan, but just in case anybody's not able to be in the chat room, asking about migraines. And talking about if it shows up on drug tests and stuff. Joe, would you kindly?
I sure can. CBD is great for migraines. A lot of the people that come in the store are migraine sufferers, been on medication, extremely expensive medication for years, with little to no results.
Dave's having fun with a CBD pen over there.
Yeah, he's getting down on
Pass
that.
that this way.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's a vapor pen. You don't get high again, it's just CBD, but you get a very anti-anxiolytic effect.
Everybody's going to be asking us, like, wait, why are you guys so excited? What do you feel? Like, what are you experiencing? It's a euphoric relaxation. That's the best way to put it.
Sure. Shoulder dropper.
Yeah, you know, you'll be sitting there like, okay, so I started, we've been doing business for, 3 years?
Yeah.
I think before I tried to earn your sponsorship and work with you, I think I was a patient first and foremost,
Yeah.
you know? And I started on the small milligrams, like 20, you know, and I was like, you know, this isn't it. And I kept coming back. But the thing is, a lot of people expect results now. And you have to understand, this is not like that. It's studied, tried, and true, and you have to take time to really find out your body, because like I said, everybody's different.
Everybody's different. Everybody's endocannabinoid system is different. Everybody has a different metabolism, which really affects the way you ingest it. Whether you're absorbing through the mouth, through the mucosa system, which most of the tinctures are that way, versus a capsule, that has to go down through the GI tract and get absorbed by the liver, by the organs, then it goes to the bloodstream, then it makes its way up to the brain to the CB1 receptor. So, you know, the thing about CBD is you do feel an instant relief, especially with the tinctures. Now, is this going to completely reverse autoimmune disorder in one day? No. That's more of a thing where you're taking the capsules, you're doing the tinctures as needed, and you're kind of just battling it that way.
Right.
So basically the tinctures, the mouth sprays, those absorb through the mouth under the tongue. They're sublingual applications. You squirt a couple sprays under the tongue, let it sit for 10 seconds
So what
and
do you
swallow.
got? You got some stuff sitting in front of
I
me
do.
right here.
I do.
And so talk a little bit about what you brought in.
Yeah, so we've got the one that almost everybody's heard of by now, the Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web is from Colorado. It's grown and produced in Colorado by the Stanley brothers. Joe Rogan sponsors this stuff. It's on a lot of different podcasts.
It is.
Charlotte's Web is a very popular, probably the most popular product in the CBD realm. And that's mainly because it got publicity about 6-7 years ago. CNN did a special on Charlotte Figge. So they sent her home basically, with no answer, and the parents tried the CBD and it worked. And Sanjay Gupta with CNN, the head neuroscience there, he went out to Colorado, did a 3-part special, Weed 1, Weed 2, Weed 3.
So I watched Viceland is an awesome channel that I found on DirecTV and Uverse, and you will not find it on too many other network places like cable companies, because it's, first, most people don't know that Spike Lee was one of the creators for Viceland. And if you guys are familiar with Vice, you guys would know Vice from HBO. They do a lot of Vice specials on HBO. And I happened to see on Viceland a Weed Kit.
Yeah.
And they were talking about CBD and what it is and how it is. And they went into a whole breakdown of how it basically, in little kids, just cuts out seizures, cuts out like a bunch of stuff, and
ADHD,
even there,
anything like that. They
were talking about using Ritalin versus CBD oil, and the side effects that Ritalin has. And I was a kid, I had ADHD, hyperactive attention deficit disorder, or whatever. And they would give me Ritalin, and I remember taking Ritalin, and I remember being so zombified, I got good grades, but I wasn't who you thought I was, you know what I mean? Right. It's just total mind control, literally. And this is not that way.
No, there's literally no side effects.
Right.
Doesn't interact with any other medications.
You look like you're getting ready to pass out in some doses,
Well,
Joe.
I am. I cracked open this Charlotte's Web. This is the everyday olive oil. I prefer that one. There's a mint chocolate. It's great. Most people like that one. I'm more of I like the different stuff. I like the olive oil. This one, you can actually taste the hemp plant in the background a little bit, which is another reason I like it. So basically, what you do is you squirt out a full dropper. You suck up a full dropper, and it's a dropper versus a spray. And so you just put it under the tongue, let it sit 10 seconds, and swallow. And within a couple minutes, you feel the anti-anxiety just go away.
Wow.
You feel your anxiety go away. If you have pain somewhere, it basically knocks the pain down through the central and peripheral nervous system.
Right.
And so, I'm going to go ahead and dose up and pass this around.
Once you take that dose, Joe, Jocelyn in the chat room asks, can it help with sensory disorders in kids?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The key is finding the right dose, I think.
That's right.
And I think it's... now Siobhan, I love your mom, but
I love her too, but man,
I'm gonna throw her under the bus.
Yeah, no, I was gonna do it too, so it's all good.
I'm gonna throw her under the bus.
I love you, Mom. I know you're probably not listening because you're probably doing something else, but I love you.
Now, the reason why is because, I brought her in to see Joe, and when I brought her in to see Joe, her initial thing was, I want this, I got XY PDQ. Okay, great. Let's get you on something. Well, she actually purchased the honey from you guys, and that was, I believe, the jar's on my table upstairs.
The
120 milligrams?
Yeah,
you guys have a 1,200 milligram honey.
Sure do, yeah.
And I've been using the 120 because Mom punked out and couldn't hang. So I was using the 120 in tea every morning.
Yeah.
I have chronic regional pain syndrome, and that is a nervous system pain issue where I'm in chronic pain all the time. I can't bend or move my feet, my toes, or my foot from an accident that I had in 2009. For those of you who don't know, I was crushed by 600 pounds of ice cream working for the Kroger Distribution Center, December 4th, 2009 at 12:04 a.m. Never forget it. PTSD is a motherfucker, right, Dave?
Yes, it is.
And, I was looking for a cure, man, after 2,800 milligrams of medication, 3 attempted suicides trying to get clean. Like, I was dying, literally, to find a cure. And one of my friends, Justin, had hit me up and was like, you need to go see Joe. And I was like, yeah, what's this guy going to give me that this other doctor isn't giving me with a script? And he was like, no, you don't understand. You just need to go see Joe. And all right. And you had a little kiosk at the time, a little thing in the corner. And I went in there. I saw you. I actually texted you first and was like, look, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. And I'm here 4 years later, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it works. I really do.
It does. The thing is, when you first try CBD, you expect the world, of course, because everybody associates their cannabinoid deficiency with THC. They think, if I'm not feeling a buzz, is this working? And so that's what a lot of people kind of go through. But when they try the CBD, after they know that it doesn't get you high, after they try it, they kind of feel the shoulder dropper effect. They feel I'm calm, I'm chill, I'm relaxed.
What's up, Dave?
Yeah. My back's decompressed. Like, as soon as I hit that pin, because we'll probably get into this, but I do dropper of the gold every day.
Yeah.
And I've done way more than I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, like, I feel great.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a total mood changer.
Yeah. It is. It's a neuroregulator, so it's regulating the processes of the brain. So any problem you have, really, it's going to bring you back into homeostasis.
What's the biggest? I don't know, because you travel, you go out on the road a lot, and you hit a lot of festivals and stuff like that. What is the number one question that you get hit with as soon as, when they walk up?
Usually it's, am I going to fail a drug test? Usually it's questions like that. It's usually anxiety and pain. Those are the number one and number two, which those are what people primarily have. And that's great about CBD. Those are the two hallmarks of CBD, is the anti-anxiety and the anti-pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so, people have been doing these pharmaceuticals their whole lives, and it's actually shutting their liver down. It's shutting their kidneys down. It's changing neurological processes. I mean, the stuff is just, people are fed up basically at this point.
Yeah.
And people are, kind of seeking their own therapies, and they're realizing, this is like a wildfire in California where you cannot put it out. It spreads like crazy. All it takes is one person to get relief from this, and all of a sudden 10 people know about it.
They're selling so now I have to ask this. When they sell the CBD on the West Coast, do they in the same store sell legal marijuana too, or is it two different entities?
It is two different entities. Let me talk about that. So basically, like when you go out west and you get a CBD product, a lot of times it's not from agricultural or industrial hemp. It's coming from the female flowering marijuana plant. So it's going to have more than 0.03% THC in there. And that anything over 0.03% is more than a trace amount. That'll get in your system and get you high. DEA Schedule 1 CBD. I said, what is going on here? So I immediately called all the manufacturers that I represent and said, hey guys, what's the problem here? They said, actually, that's not the problem at all. What happened in 2014, they classified industrial hemp. It's protected under a farm bill called Farm Bill 2014
Mm-hmm.
that classifies agricultural hemp not part of the Schedule 1 Narcotic Act. It's actually considered a dietary supplement. So that's the difference right there. If the CBD comes from agricultural hemp, it's fine. It's legal in all 50 states. If it doesn't, then it's not.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So it says the stream is dead. Oh, it said, yeah, YouTube stopped for a second. Yeah, all of YouTube just shut down for a second. So it wasn't my stream. Look, I didn't stop.
Yeah.
I didn't stop.
We probably got a lot of people tuning in.
Yeah, YouTube stopped on its own. I didn't do it. I promise. My Wi-Fi signal is strong in this one. So, go ahead, Joe. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
No. So, that's the distinction is if your CBD is coming from agricultural hemp, it contains 0.03% THC or less. That is not enough to fail a drug test, not enough to get in your system. We actually produce more than that endogenously. So
really?
This is another huge thing too.
Wow.
So, you've got the endocannabinoid system.
Uh-huh.
Endo is short for endogenous. Endogenous means self-producing. So we actually produce our own form of cannabis naturally in our own bodies that stimulate our CB1 and CB2 receptors. So the only way that you do that is A, if you're lactating, B, if you ingest high levels of omega-3 fatty acids, or C, runner's high. What is runner's high?
High.
That's right.
Yeah.
When the high that people get from running, what's going on there? Well, the body is actually producing anandamide, which binds to the CB1 receptor. That's your body's own form of cannabis, and that's what makes you feel calm and chill. Same thing with fish oil, omega-3 fatty acids. Why is fish oil an antidepressant? Well, the body takes the omega-3 fatty acid, converts it to anandamide, which binds to the CB1, the cannabinoid receptor in our brain. So we're hardwired to receive this. There's no way getting around it. You can't, there's literally, it's indisputable. We are hardwired for this plant. Why do we have more cannabinoid receptors in our body?
As I sit here, I feel my shoulders and my neck go, ooh.
Yep. So, the thing is, a lot of people carry their stress and their tension in their shoulders. And so with CBD, that's the first thing you feel is a shoulder dropper.
Do you feel like you can adjust your posture while using CBD as well? Because you mentioned, relaxing your shoulders. Does that give you more natural posture, you think, maybe?
I think so. It allows blood to flow cerebrally, and it allows the spine to actually relax and the muscles don't tighten up around the spine. That's going to allow a lot of blood flow, which is going to increase cerebral flow in the brain, which is going to move along all these cannabinoids a lot faster. So this stuff is literally working on every facet that we don't have enough time to talk about.
And that's just like that's just that right there, just one part of it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you guys are in for a treat, man. We're here all the way till 10 o'clock with this, and you guys can be part of the action too. Go over to AntmanVs.com, find my social media, top right-hand corner. All my stuff is right there. Or you can go to CBDHempHealth.com and check out what Joe's talking about. And definitely find out more information about that. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room, the Lost Boys, Crystal, Jocelyn, everybody in the room. Thank you guys so much for being part of the action. And YouTube did take a shit for a minute. It did, but it's not my fault. I promise. I swear to God. And if you guys missed a show tonight, you're going to get a chance to recap it tomorrow night on ExtremeAlchemy.com. Late night, 8 to 10 tomorrow night. If you guys aren't doing anything else in the music community, you guys can tune in tomorrow night to that and kind of recap the show. So we're going to get into some new music right now, and I think that it's time that I just pull something out. And as we're doing this is called In This Mess, and this is from a band called Freak About. I hope you guys like it. It's one of our newer songs, and we're going to be right back after this with Joe and Dave and Siobhan. We'll be back.
For far too long, I run for miles, sleep for days. I'll push you out 1,000 times to what I have to do to stay in denial. But every time I do, you trigger it. Now I'm lying on a pile of dirty clothes, wondering how could I ever let myself
for more raw, beautiful bulls, head over to ztpmagazine.com. 8-pound pressure, fight! Jasmine Kane, Any Given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, any given Sunday. The only gift I have to give to you is the one that keeps on giving. All the rope you need to hang yourself.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the show. You guys are hanging out with Ant-Man versus Siobhan and Joe.
Hello.
And my man Dave. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hey.
Yo.
So we're talking about CBD, and everybody in the show was all like, did I miss anything? Oh my god, you guys are playing music. Did I miss anything? No, you guys didn't miss shit. We're just hanging out, relaxing. We almost forgot about you because we're all doped up on CBD. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So we're hanging out live here in the studio with our man Joe from Columbus Botanical Depot, man.
Yes.
And we're talking about CBD. We're hanging out with our man Dave. So, we're hanging out with you guys, and the greatest thing about the CBD is the ever-growing popularity, first and foremost, that it's starting to just sprout up everywhere. But you have to be careful because there's some fakes and some phonies out there, and I assure you that my man Joe is not one of them.
That is correct. So what's going on with that is a lot of people are going to vapor stores to get their CBD because A, the vapor store is willing to carry it because they're kind of in that industry to begin with. They kind of carry a lot of different things like that, so they're willing to carry it. Problem is they're not there necessarily. Now, I can't say that about everybody, but traditionally they're getting the China hemp because it's the cheaper industrial hemp to go with. The problem with the China hemp is it's full of pesticides, full of herbicides, heavy metals, toxins, etc. And so a lot of the vapor stores that carry the CBD, they're getting it from not so reputable companies because they're getting it the cheapest that way. And it's more of a commodity, you could say, than an actual medicine when you're getting it from a vape store like that. And so
It's not their lifestyle, really, either.
Yeah, they're not there to help people with, with actual. They're not doctors. They're not.
Here, buy this piece. Oh, here's some CBD for your vape. Oh, I noticed you vape.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right. And then so what people try the CBD, and it doesn't do anything to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you know what, this stuff doesn't work. And it actually gives a bad name to CBD because you're just using the wrong product. And
see, that's what I started with, and I was like, it didn't really do much, you know.
Right.
If I hit it a whole bunch of times, really quick concession, then I would kind of feel a little bit, but.
Right.
And then I came in and saw you, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is the real shit.
Yeah, and everything that's in my store and is lab tested.
Lab tested, mother approved.
That's right, grandmother
Yes, it is.
approved and mother approved.
Yeah.
My mom, she's been taking this stuff as well for about 3 years now, too. She's got rheumatoid arthritis, and so her knuckles swell up real bad. And so she does the capsules in the morning, she does the tinctures throughout the day. And then she does the hand creams at night before she goes to bed. And so that really helps her out a lot.
I want to give a shout out to our viewers on Facebook Live right now. Danielle Best, Cam Grady, Monty Brown, Sam Stockdale from Dread Engine. Shout out to Sam and all the boys in Dread Engine. Lincoln County Metalheads, my man Roy, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And Monty as well. Bill and Paul, all you guys are chiming in right now.
Hey, Cam.
Hi, Mama.
How you doing, Mama? So, Mom, I think you need to stop in and talk to Joe. I think we had you talking to the wrong guy for a minute, but we're gonna get you hooked up with Joe. We're gonna get you taken care of, Mom. So don't get all negative yet. So, Dave, you look like you're feeling pretty good, man. You want to talk about how you're feeling? You've had an opportunity to try some of this stuff that I don't know if you've tried at all. Have you? Like, what have you tried so far before tonight?
Before tonight, I had the green, the all-natural green. It's
Tincture.
The tincture. It's like a lower dose. It doesn't.
Yeah, the 1 milligram per dose.
Yep.
That's the thing about CBD also is you don't need a ton.
Right.
You don't need a ton. I mean, the thing is especially when you absorb sublingually through the mucosa system, it's literally going right past the blood-brain barrier, going in, hitting the CB1 receptor. So at that rate, 1 to 3 to 5 milligrams is perfect for anxiety, pain, depression, stuff like that. Now,
Jamie says, "Preach it, Joe."
Yeah, I do a lot of that actually. I don't stop until you tell me to. Really,
that's all right.
But,
So I had the green, and then I just came in and saw you last week and I got the gold, a little bit of a higher dose.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on my day. Sometimes I'll spray the green, and sometimes I'll drip the gold.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The gold is 50% stronger. It's a fairly new product. It's been out for about 3 months. The The Plus CBD stuff, it's wonderful. It's awesome. It's right up there with the Charlotte's Web. The thing is, people say, what's better? Everybody asks me, I've got all these different products in there. What's the best? What's better? And the simple answer to that is everybody's different, So I've got just as many people that say the Charlotte's Web stuff affects them better than the Plus CBD, but then I've got just the same amount of people that say the Plus CBD is better than the Charlotte's Web. So it's really not a matter of is the product better. It's a matter of which product affects you the most. What are you getting the most relief out of? And so generally speaking, this is my opinion based off of all the kind of reviews that I've seen, but it seems like the Charlotte's Web is more of a neurological thing because they're geared for kids with seizures. So you're talking 10, 25, and 50 milligrams per dose, whereas the Plus CBD stuff is more of a maintenance dose. It's 1, 3, and 5 milligrams per dose. So a lot of people say that they get more of a body anti-inflammatory feeling, a more body feeling out of the Plus, whereas the Charlotte's Web is more of a neuro, it's more of a brain thing, which does make sense because they're gearing that towards kids with seizures. That's a neurological function, so that just makes sense. That's why they use the MCT oil, the coconut oil in there as well. So it's really not a matter of what product is the best. It's a matter of they're all the best. I mean, there's thousands of products out there. I only carry a few, because they're the ones that have been tried and true to be the best, not just my opinion, but the opinions of thousands of customers over the last 4 years. So I could carry everything in the store, but I choose not to. I only carry the stuff that I know for sure has the biggest impact. And so...
and that's what I like about your place, man, is like, when I talked to Anthony, he talked to me about it, and I was like, yeah, okay. And then one morning I woke up, and I'm like, all right, man, I'm kind of tired of my situation right now. Which I won't go into, but whatever. I'm like, Anthony, where's this place at?
Let's try it out.
So I came down to you, and I'm expecting to walk into a head shop like, hey, man.
Water beds and stuff,
bro.
Right. What do you want? And talking to you, it's like, talking to a college professor, and you know your stuff, and I trusted you. And, I told you my situation with my doctors, and you were like, look, talk to your doctor first. So you weren't trying to sell me a product. You were, trying to just look out for my best interest and help at the same time, which, this stuff's awesome. You really can't talk bad about it at all. So.
You guys are live right now on Facebook Live. I put in the YouTube channel. Jump over to YouTube. Join us live for more conversation. We're going all the way till 10 o'clock.
In the YouTube chat said hand cream. Will you talk about that?
Yeah, the hand cream is wonderful. So basically...
No, I was kidding.
So we were talking about the CB1 and the CB2 receptors. CB1 is in the brain, in the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and some organs and stuff. But CB2 receptors are throughout all the skin cells, and pretty much every other cell in the human body has a CB2 receptor.
This segment is sponsored by CBD Living Water, by the way.
Yeah, which is an awesome product. We're all drinking that right now.
It's amazing. It tastes wonderfully delicious.
Nano
awesome.
CBD. We'll get into the nano stuff in a little bit. It's the most interesting thing probably ever. But so yeah, basically, it's basically just a matter of trying different products.
Yeah.
Because they affect everybody differently, and the routes of administration plays a big part in how you feel as well. So if you take, so we got the CB1, the CB2 receptor. When you put a hand cream or a balm or a lotion or a salve, they're all the same thing, just different names, on the skin, it actually goes in transdermally and binds to the CB2 receptors in the skin and shuts off the pain, shuts off the inflammation, starts to grow new cells, the skin cells. It actually promotes new cell growth. So psoriasis, eczema, any type of skin condition whatsoever, you put CBD on that and come see me in a week, because it's going to be, we can't make medical claims, of course. I can't say...
You're no doctor. You can't run out there and be like, yo.
No. So, we're not making medical claims here. We're not saying it's a cure to cancer or nothing like that. But you can do your own research. Mm-hmm. There's actually 5 ways cannabinoids kill cancer: angiogenesis, anti-metastasis, apoptosis. There's actually 5 ways that cannabinoids go in there, strategically kill the cancer while leaving healthy cells alone. This stuff is, it just goes on and on and on. There's so many facets to this plant, to our endocannabinoid system, how it works, why it works, and all this different stuff. So, the balm, the hand creams, is actually the way I got my mom and my grandma to use it. They've never used cannabis. They've always been against it because it's illegal. And so when I first got into this, I'm like, they weren't so much willing to try an ingestible, a tincture. They were cool with the balms, and they, my mom with her.
There's no drug test for the skin.
Right.
Right.
And so, my mom put this stuff on her hands, and within a couple minutes, she was, moving her hands in and out, going, I haven't been able to do this in years. Wow. I mean, her rheumatoid arthritis is crippling. It's ridiculous.
My mom, before she passed away, she carpal tunnel really bad. And had the carpal tunnel surgery, the suicide scars from trying to get your fingers right. And, I wish I would have been able to get her hooked up with that before she left us, but she's no longer with us, so, but...
Well, that's the same thing. That's the whole reason I got into this, too, was I lost my dad and my uncle to cancers, and it was the chemo that killed him, not the cancer. I mean, you live with cancer for years before you know it's in you.
Yeah, my mom, she had vulvar cancer, so it was one of those things, and we tried to do the best we could, but, inevitably, she lost her battle. But so we're here hanging out with Joe and Dave and Siobhan, and we're going to get into some other stuff here in a couple minutes. We're going to be talking to Ricky Wolf. He's going to be talking to us about Fuel the Fire Fest 5. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for this weekend.
Wait.
And so we're going to get into some new music here in between that. And did you bring any news stories this evening, Siobhan?
I got a couple, yeah.
Do you? So we're going to talk about that as well. And so we're going to get into this song that I just downloaded the other day. And it's called, this is from The Projectionist, and it's called Glass House. And I don't quite know how this is going to go. So this is the surprise part of the segment. So here we go, folks. Go ahead, check us out, AntmanVs.com, all our social media, top right-hand corner. I want to give a shout-out to my sponsors and all my listeners, ZTVmagazine.com, Raw, Beautiful Bold, Jeremy, Ashley, and Craig, and all those guys, Brian over there. I want to give a shout-out to Columbus Botanical Depot, who are here, my man Joe hanging out with us tonight. And Extreme Alchemy Radio, check them out, extremealchemy.com. All right, guys, we'll be right back after this with some Glass House. Let's get it.
We'll
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to AntmanVs. That was Glass House. Hope you guys were jamming your asses off. Welcome back to the show. We're doing this promo real quick. So you guys love music and you love bands, and I know how much you guys love them because you guys wouldn't be listening to my show if you didn't. So I've got with Extreme Alchemy Radio to bring you an awesome promo package. And this is for all the bands, okay? And so basically what we're looking at, it's $250, and I've got it down to the cheapest possible way I can get it down to. So it's $250, and this promo package is probably one of the biggest packages that I've ever put together for local music in my history of doing local music. So what we're looking at here is 12 songs from 12 independent rock and metal bands, all right? It's going to be available for free to fans from all over the world. It's going to be shared with over 20,000 fans via our own network, all right? And it's going to be shared with a newsletter with our subscribers forever, all right? We're talking about ultimate band promotion here, folks. The page on Extreme Alchemy Radio's website forever promoting the compilation with the band's logo and the links to their social media channels, all right? 10 free CDs to do with whatever you want as bands wish, okay? And the opportunity to order as many as needed at a discounted rate. There's no way you're going to tell me that you can find a better deal anywhere else. Promo cards, continued sharing year after year, exposing new fans to bands' music. We're talking about interviews with yours truly and everybody else from Extreme Alchemy Radio. We're talking about additional radio airtime. We're talking about supporting local music from all over the world. And you are part of the action right now. So thank you so much for joining the show and being part of the action. We are currently being downloaded in 4 different countries, Joe. Definitely. I want to bring you back in, Joe.
That's awesome.
What's going on, man?
Hey.
So it's just me and you hanging out.
Cool.
Siobhan and Dave are out doing their thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, the awesome thing about what you do, man, is you not only, you're single-handedly saving lives. You realize that. Like, I mean, it's a big deal, man. And a lot of people kind of shrug it off, you know, kind of like, But, I mean, like, I don't think they get the mindset that you have, you know. It's in there every day. It's not well, I just do this when I want to make money. No. You live, breathe, eat, sleep this stuff.
Right.
So what are, you know, a lot of the things that when you confront people or you have people come into your shop, I mean, you talked about it in the first probably hour, you know, for chronic pain and stuff like that, but what are some things that we could cure or heal that they don't even know about?
Well, the thing is the question is not what CBD can do. It's more so what can't CBD do. Basically, it's a neuroregulator. It brings the body back into homeostasis. So any imbalance that you have, cannabinoids are going to go in there, and then through the CB1 and the CB2 receptor, they are going to stimulate cellular communication. Is truly what it is. It's you know, you've got a pre and a post synapse firing chain, and basically there's a cannabinoid receptor on both ends, and those ones, when activated, are what allow the signal to transmit. So when you're talking about signaling on a cellular level, that's one of the most important things in the human body. It's all about the signaling. It's all about the sending, but more importantly, the receiving of those signals. So fibromyalgia, you know, any type of issue like that, MS, where there's a signaling miscommunication, this stuff gets in there and it restores cellular communication. Neuropathy, I mean, anything like that, anything dealing with the brain, with the nerves, muscle spasms.
There is a plug for Joe's phone right over there by Joe. He actually might be able to
thank you.
Reach that over there. Our phones are dying, people, so we gotta plug that shit in. So what I'm gonna do right now, I am going to put to you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put you guys in. We're gonna get ready to call Ricky Wolf. Give him a call. We are calling Ricky Wolf. It should start ringing. Hold on.
No.
Uh-oh. Let me see if I can get... Uh-oh. Settings. Uh-oh. Boom.
Yep, that's working.
That works. Sorry, guys. There's no volume.
Hello, please leave a message after the beep, and I'll get right back with you. Have a nice day.
See, he didn't answer the phone. See, I can reach out and touch people. Literally. And I apologize for the ear blast in the ears. But I gotta figure out how to get the phone volume down without affecting the entire show. That's the trick. So, I mean, you know what? It's growing pains.
Sure,
But-
sure.
but-
We all have them.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
do.
happens when you go live.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep. So you guys are hanging out live right now on YouTube with us, and let's see how many we got. We got a few people sitting in there hanging out with us. We got a bunch of people on Facebook Live hanging out with our man Dave and Joe. Dave, you are a transplant patient.
Yes.
And
Kidney.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah, kind of have
to be clear,
kind of have to specify. You know, they
I
have
was
all
getting
kinds
ready
of
to.
transplants
Well, I was
now,
getting ready.
like penis
Siobhan,
and
you're
vagina
fired.
and stuff. You know.
Siobhan, you're fired. So, you guys, you and your very special missus
Yeah.
are, are we allowed to talk about her? Like,
Yeah.
I love your sexy lady.
Shout out to Natty.
I miss her boobs.
Yes. Yeah, well, I don't miss her boobs. I just miss Natty in general. But all right. Anyway, folks.
Great boobs.
She does.
Anyway. So, you guys had the opportunity, man, after searching high and low, I guess, maybe, you could say, you found the love of your life and you found the savior of your life, basically,
Yeah,
huh?
she saved my life.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
She-
you want to talk a little bit about that?
I mean,
Your journey?
I had one transplant, and it's a long story. I got a virus that rarely happens in transplant patients, and I rarely got renal kidney failure
Because you're
for
rarely
no reason.
Dave Sheets. I mean, that's just
And so all these rare things always seem to happen to me. But anyways, I lost my first transplant, and the day I told her that it was pretty much done, it wasn't a question in her mind. She's like, well, I'm going to get tested, and so, she did that, and we went through the process, and actually our year anniversary of the transplant is coming up in July 21st, so.
You guys are both bouncing around pretty good, I have to admit.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
Right.
So, and we're actually going to get married next year on July 21st on our kidney-versary.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Kidney cake.
About
Hashtag
damn
kidney
time you
cake.
marry that girl.
Yeah.
I think she's saying the same damn thing.
I know she's saying the same damn thing. We've had those conversations.
I had a time limit, so.
That
I
doesn't
had
surprise me.
I had one too. Don't feel bad. So we're hanging out live with the guys, and we're talking about CBD, man. And this is one thing that I can't. I mean, it speaks for itself, man.
Yeah.
CBDhemphealth.com
Yeah.
is the best place to go. And if you don't believe Joe, then just Google the shit. It is everywhere, you know. But like I said, Google carefully, folks. Make sure you research carefully,
Right.
and stop in to see your local CBD, Columbus Botanical Depot.
That brings up a good point, though, Joe. Is
Yeah.
there a way to know what's real and what's not?
Lab testing. You can come into my store, and every single product comes with a lab test result that shows that there's no pesticides,
Yeah, you got
no
a thick
heavy
book
metals.
of everything,
Right.
right?
I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're really wanting to help somebody, you got to have that stuff available. I mean, I'm not selling snake oil here. This isn't, something that's a fad that's going to be out in 2 months. This is here to stay. This has been around since the beginning of time. They actually discovered CBD, cannabidiol, in 1978, the year I was born. So, not that that has anything to do with it. I still feel like that I'm the CBD poster child, though.
Yeah.
Bringing it to the forefront, especially in Ohio. I mean, 3-4 years ago when I got into this, people literally looked at me like I'm crazy. They're like, the endocannabis what?
Right.
A terpene? What is a terpene? What a CB1 receptor? What's a cannabinoid? Like, people were thinking I'm crazy, and I'm walking around saying, hey, we're all endocannabinoid deficient. They actually just classified Parkinson's as an endocannabinoid deficiency syndrome.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, technically, we're all endocannabinoid deficient, or we would, if we weren't, we'd be in the best health ever. We'd be at optimum health. We'd be in complete homeostasis. Now, this is a very interesting thing, too. Like I was saying before, when you're lactating, when a mother's lactating, her body's producing tons of endocannabinoids. It's called anandamide and 2-AG. Those are the two natural cannabinoids that our bodies produce. So when you're breastfeeding, the newborn baby has an endocannabinoid system too, and when it breastfeeds, it's getting those endogenous mother-produced cannabinoids that are binding to the baby's CB1, CB2 receptor, which actually triggers the hunger effect, and then which triggers the suckling effect. So these are innate things that these cannabinoids are doing to the body. You know, a newborn baby doesn't know to do with the suckling effect. Nobody told it. It doesn't know what to do. How does it know these things?
No kidding.
Right.
My little girl's having trouble with that right now.
You know? So, you know, the thing is most of us haven't had cannabinoids since mother's milk, if we were lucky enough to even be breastfed. So pretty much since mother's milk, we've been growing out of homeostasis, you know, especially when we get on the all food diet, the McDonald's, all the other stuff that just toxifies our body. We've been growing out of homeostasis since infancy. And so now here we are, 28.
Damn you, Dave Thomas. No.
Yeah. And hey, I used to work there when I was 18 years old.
Me too, yeah, me too, yeah.
I think everybody worked at Winnie's at some point in their life.
It was better than Taco
Or
Bell.
something similar too.
Right. So, you know, and that's what we grew up with. That's what we're used to. You know, if you're hungry, stop into Winnie's, get a 99-cent JBC, which they're not that cheap anymore.
Yeah,
but then were the days.
Not.
$1.29.
Yeah.
Then were the days. Then were the days of ignorance, I guess, because not that we're stupid, but we just didn't know. That's what ignorance means, is you lack the information. And so now that we have the information that, hey, that stuff actually promotes cancer, that stuff actually toxifies your body, shuts your liver down, shuts your I mean, now that we know, I drive right past Wendy's, and even though the canes and all that stuff smells good, I don't even want it. It's like my brain now understands that this is toxic.
Yeah.
And therefore, my taste buds, when I smell it, doesn't even. Here's the thing: when you smell food, whatever food it is, your saliva glands actually produce certain enzymes to break down that food. So if you're smelling chicken, your mouth is actually salivating chicken breakdown enzymes, for a lack of better. So when you smell certain things, it actually promotes different digestive enzymes. So, I mean, what kind of digestive enzymes are Wendy's? What's breaking down Wendy's? Nothing.
So let me ask you a question. So all right. So I've tried to, since I got my new leg brace. Thank you to Kinetic Research, by the way, for my awesome carbon fiber waterproof Terminator leg brace that they created for me, which I'm rocking today, as a matter of fact.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Nice.
it's waterproof. I can go frisbee golfing, Dave.
Pretty badass.
Yes.
All about the frisbee golf.
Oh, all about it, man. I got my bag in my truck ready to go after the show.
Nice.
So, I reached out to them, and I've been trying to get on the whole holistic, like changing my diet type of thing.
Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed, you know, I cut out the percent. I go for bison now. I cut out a lot of the processed meat instead of going to like Kroger or Meijer or Walmart buying that. I buy the next shelf up.
Right.
You know, and I seem to, once I did that, the other day I didn't have a choice because I'm on SSI money. We all know who that is. And I had to buy some cheaper meat. I made some hamburgers in my New Wave, which, shout out to New Wave. They are awesome. If you don't have one, you need to buy one.
Thing.
Yeah.
It's so the best thing
Definitely. And, but I run the burgers in there, man, and I was like, this is going to be great. This is going to be, the smell of it just turned me off.
Yeah.
I was not even hungry. And then today I had a business meeting with a client this morning before the show this evening, and we ordered Papa John's pizza. It's been forever since I've had Papa John's pizza, since well before I cleaned out my system, so to speak. Right. And I ate that pizza. I couldn't even finish the slice of pizza. It just didn't even taste the same, you know?
Right.
And I think that goes hand in hand with what you're saying, you know? And I've noticed since I've increased the milligram of what I've used with CBD, my patience level, my tolerance, the short fuse that we all talk about that we have got longer.
Yeah.
And, my diet, not to even go too far, but I even feel like it corrected my bowels to a certain point and got my body under control to where it's not, painful or hard to handle.
Right.
So, I mean...
Relieve stomach contractions.
Exactly.
Crohn's disease, IBS. I mean, anything to deal with that. I mean, really what it is inflammation. CBD is the most tremendous anti-inflammatory on the planet. Find me a better one. Turmeric. Yeah, turmeric's awesome, especially when you got black pepper in there. It increases bioavailability by 3,000%. But it's nowhere on the same level at all as CBD. CBD shuts off. Well, what it does is it gets down in the immune system where the enzymes for arthritis is created, and it shuts those off from being produced. So not only is it treating your symptoms immediately, but it's stopping the immune system from causing the inflammation to begin with. So it's a root fix as well. And what pharmaceuticals do that? I mean, all they do is cover up.
I know of.
All they do is symptom relief. And actually, for maybe the one symptom that you get relieved, you get 62 side effects.
Right. That's why I don't take any of the meds I used to take. They had me on anti-inflammatories, all kinds of migraine medicines. I mean, I went as far as taking Botox injections, and even those didn't work for me. And when I came in to see you, this was the first time since I was like 13 years old when I started getting chronic migraines that I actually had migraine relief.
Yeah.
And I cried. I was so happy.
That's one of the biggest things. You come in the store and stand around for an hour and a half. You will sit there and watch people come in with ailments and leave without them. And it's almost like people are like, this has to be placebo. I mean, how is this literally doing this? What is going on here? And so hopefully that's what drives people to do more research. Because that's what,
That's what it did for me. I was like, maybe it's just,
placebo.
So I definitely did some research, and I did, I continued to use it. And I was like, all right, the placebo effect wears off after a couple of times.
Right.
So since it hasn't worn off, this is legit.
It has to be. I mean, and then you learn about the endocannabinoid system. Its primary function is to regulate homeostasis. So I've got a thing here that I will read off. In case nobody knows this, the government has a patent on cannabinoids. They've had it since 2003.
How did they manage that? Because isn't cannabinoids like natural? Like, are they man-made?
Right, no.
So how?
Because they're the government.
Right.
Well,
so
damn you, Trump.
So basically, in 2003, the U.S. federal government obtained a U.S. patent 6630507. Google it. 6630507, titled Cannabinoids as an Antioxidant and Neuroprotectant, claiming that cannabinoids have been found to have antioxidant properties useful in the treatment of a wide variety of diseases such as anti-inflammatory and autoimmune diseases, and have the application as neuroprotectants in the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases. What?
Right.
So they're saying that basically it's a neuroprotectant, so it protects brain cells. Well, that would make sense. Kids having seizures immediately come out of a seizure with Oh, okay. So now I think I'm getting this. So the ECS, the endocannabinoid system, is perhaps the most important physiological system involved in establishing and maintaining human health. Although the endocannabinoid system affects a wide variety of biological processes, experts believe that its overall function is to regulate homeostasis, which is all systems functioning as one. So if you have an autoimmune system disorder, you don't treat the immune system directly. You treat the endocannabinoid system because it regulates the immune system. It's a regulator for any and all imbalances. I mean, what is homeostasis? That's all systems functioning as one. And so when you breastfeed an infant, how do they get off the mother's milk quicker? How do they get on real foods sooner? Because of the endocannabinoids in the mother. It's setting that kid's body up. It's getting all the organs communicating with each other, all the cells communicating, and it gets the kid's body set up for life quicker.
So let me ask this: if in babies and infants, having a newborn come home and they're having issues, do you suggest trying it on an
CBD?
infant,
well,
a baby?
What's
the fine line?
Oh, it's very fine. It's a very debatable, and I don't want to get people mad
at
me.
No, but
I kind of ride
question.
that line.
Okay.
I ride that line.
Okay.
I say it's completely up to you. It's all about education.
Yeah.
Once you understand that the mother is producing these naturally, so those are called exogenous cannabinoids. They come from the body. Cannabinoids that come from a plant are called phytocannabinoids. They come from a plant. So essentially, when the body's not producing enough of its own natural things, you supplement.
Gotcha.
You supplement and get a phyto-sourced nutrient, such as cannabinoids that bind to this cannabinoid system that we have in our body. So when you're not producing enough of it naturally, which is a leading cause of Parkinson's disease, you supplement and you get a dietary supplement. That's what this stuff is considered. You can travel with it. It's legal in all 50 states. I ship to everywhere.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, the CBD coffee it's awesome.
I haven't tried it yet, but I need to. 'Cause
I don't
I'm a big
like
coffee drinker.
I can't find a coffee. See, my thing with coffee is that I can't understand why, if you go to buy coffee, why are you going to add milk, sugar, and everything
All the
else to the
stuff.
point to where you can't taste it anymore? What's the point of it? It's not coffee anymore. So I don't drink coffee because I have to be that one that I don't like the taste of the bean or the coffee itself. You know, or the
See, and I'm the
aftertaste.
opposite. I
or
love
the-
it.
I hate when somebody drinks coffee and breathes on it. It's like having a bag
like
of
beer.
Doritos.
Yeah.
Like eating a
Beer
bag
breath.
of yeah. So, you know, what would you
So these beans are awesome, actually. The Green Roads, they're a Florida-based company, and the guy that roasts the beans, this is a cool story. He's blind, so he uses his heightened sense of smell and hearing to roast the bean perfectly.
That's awesome.
And then a licensed pharmacist actually infuses the CBD in the stuff.
I'm totally going to have to try it now just for that alone.
It's so cool. And the bean, the way you can tell a good bean is if you eat it raw. If it tastes good, then it's a pretty quality bean.
Right.
And these taste wonderful. They're like the chocolate-covered espresso beans.
Oh.
You can just eat them and stuff. But it's pretty much you get the coffee, you know, the caffeine, but without the jitters. The CBD calms down the jitters. So you're not getting the, you know, that whole jittery, anxiety, the rapid heart rate, kind of the negative side effects of caffeine.
I might have to run some of that through the espresso maker.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh,
we've been
man.
talking about CBD all night, but really honestly, man, I want to also talk about Dave. You know, a lot of people are asking, they've seen you in the chat room and they've seen Photo Nation AP, and I had a friend on Facebook, Amy Lynn Brown. She commented, she's like, what's Photo Nation AP? I tagged you in it so you can explain promptly. But I said, Dave Sheets, what is Photo Nation AP? And then she comments, is this all about CBD oil? I've learned a lot, but also thought it was about Dave Sheets photography. So it is about both, so I want to make sure we get into
Oh,
it.
no, it's fine.
No, you're good. So, man, how long have you been doing photography in the music scene and what you've been doing as a passion?
I mean,
Every time I've ever seen you, you've had a camera
As
in your
long
hand.
as I've
so
known you, for
a phone
sure.
or anything.
I've been doing it for 12 years probably, I think. But, I mean, I look back at pictures I took as a kid, and everything's framed perfectly. My subjects are perfectly lined up. I have no clue what I was doing, but I just had a natural, you know, knack for it. And I started shooting at the Alrosa because I was allowed, and no one else was allowed to take pictures. And I did it because I could, and no one else could.
I can, damn it.
So I was like, man, this is cool. So I went to school and then just basically had my own company, and that's what I do. So
Yeah.
I do anything and everything.
You had an opportunity to do a unique situation a couple months back, man. And I'm talking about the birth that you had a chance to take a picture of,
yeah.
man. How I was there for the birth of my kid, and I don't know how you composed the camera through the whole thing.
It was awesome.
How was it?
Someone tagged me in some photos, and it was like a live birth,
I saw
you know,
that.
competition,
I saw that. Yep.
you know, photo competition. So I was like, I want to do this. So I put a thing on Facebook. I said, hey, whoever hits me up first gets your photos for free. I just want to be in the hospital room, take pictures. And it was quite the experience. I don't have kids. I've never seen kids.
You
know,
want
be
them
born.
now?
Well, I don't know about all that. But, it was quite the experience. I mean, it was awesome.
I created a whole new hashtag after I saw your post about that. It was a hashtag DestructoKitty. Because I was like, man, like that's some guts, man. So
it was cool. And I got some amazing artistic shots of a doctor holding a baby that's 20 seconds old. It's,
Right.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool.
See,
It's cool.
being a mother now, and I saw the birth of my second nephew, which I don't know. It was definitely interesting to see a child be born, and then once I actually had my own child, knowing that that's what it kind of looked like for me too. Like, yeah, it's definitely there's nothing like it.
Oh, I called my mom on the way home afterwards. I was like, I love you. I just
Yeah,
want to
it
thank
gives
you
a
for
certain
doing
respect. Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
You did that for me. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely say that, seeing my sister give birth was one thing, but actually giving birth myself, like, I have a whole new respect for my mom and what she went through, not once, not twice, but 3 times, because I have 2 sisters. So, yeah, props to you, Mom.
Yeah.
I love my sisters, but I definitely married the best one. Anyway, so Dave, you brought in something that you yelled at me for squeezing the shit out of.
Yeah, walking in with my hands full, and he's like, "Oh, here, let me grab this
And
for
the
you."
man grabbed it. I just
But I got you something for the radio cave, or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. So,
I'm gonna open this up live then, I guess, huh?
it's music.
Hey, according to the stickers, you'll love what's inside.
And it says thank you.
But it's definitely music related, of course.
Yeah.
Since you love music, it's.
I do.
We'll kind of. I'll go into further detail here.
Wait, there's not one. There's. Oh, it is one big one.
Oh, it's a big one.
It's a big
I only go
one.
big, man. That's you might know him.
Oh.
That's Scotty from Artifice.
Yeah.
And that's. I just thought it was an amazing shot, honestly. So I knew I had to bring something over, and you kind of live life and say fuck it, and that picture kind of speaks for itself. So there you go.
I want to put this on my truck.
I think that might be the one that gets framed.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
that's
doubt.
nice.
I think it's gonna get framed, and it's gonna go right there.
Perfect. I like the purples in there.
Yeah.
Good color.
You gotta autograph that before you leave,
For sure.
and then it'll go in the frame.
Yeah.
Technically, he did
I
down
know,
there in
he
the
did.
corner.
He did. Yeah.
It's got my digital autograph,
It's
and then
got the digital,
Yeah.
right? But I need the official with the
Right.
permie.
There you go. I got you.
Right there. So we are hanging out live, man. Thank you, Dave. You are awesome. I appreciate you.
And I edited that when right after I took some CBD oil, and it helped me hyper focus.
Nice.
Yeah.
To
Very
do that.
nice.
To
so.
create the
nice.
finger. To create the finger better focus.
Yeah.
So we're hanging out with Joe and Dave. We're talking about CBD. And we got some other stuff to talk about coming up. Joe, you got a bunch of treats over there.
I do. I can't wait to get into this stuff.
We got
Excited.
we got about 24 minutes left. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat room. My man Rocky says endocannabinoids with a huge exclamation mark.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to everybody on Facebook Live who's tuning in and all that. I love you guys so much, man, for all the action. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man, because there's going to be more stuff coming like this. You're going to have an opportunity to hear Dave's voice as well. I'm going to talk him into doing some voiceover work for his business and for some other stuff. So you're going to get to hear the voice of Dave on Extreme Alchemy Radio. So look forward to that as well in the future. We're going to get Joe to record some commercials, too. So you'll be looking for some commercials from CBD. hemphealth.com as well. It's going to be pretty awesome. So we're going to get into some new music right here. Actually, this isn't new. I'm going to go way back. And Dave, you're going to appreciate this.
All right.
We're going to get into some old Boba Flex.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
So here we go, guys. This is Boba Flex. I know my man Marty's going to be so pissed. He's probably going to hate me. But this is way back. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going old school with some Boba Flex.
Like Richard Pryor's afro on fire, I get Molly hot, my pentagram is live wired. I'm a liar, I'm a cheat, I'm a filthy-handed thief. Fuck your life, fuck your beliefs. I'm a dragon, breathe fire thing, piss like the kraken. Your skin starts to blacken. So raise your fist if you'll piss the rabbit song. Look to the sky and you'll see God is gone. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn the heat up, turn the fucking heat up. Turn
Extreme Alchemy Radio.
You've been walking on eggshells with your eggs in a basket. Every cell is under a microscope. Every step that you take, you just get further away from turning back. That you are in command and you won't slip. Let it slip through your hands and let it all break and shatter everywhere. There's no giving up, but you never start what you finish. Before you know it, it is gone. But it's what you want. You're committed and you'll still be here when everything is done. Whoa, you've been waking up slowly every day from a nightmare. A grotesque collages in your head. Every blink of an eye could be further behind you. But the spirit you got, push your life to the just see black, so it doesn't really matter. You're stuck on track and you only want it faster. No, there's no giving up, but you never start what you finish. Before you know it is gone. But it's what you want. You're committed and you'll still be here when everything is done. You have an artist's mind, but you do betray your kind. You have a lover's eyes, looking for a perfect sign. Whoa, whoa, a cup of coffee every day and a social cigarette at night. Small addictions aren't a big deal. Every sorry excuse, it's more and more like the feels. And pretty soon you'll be a lost cause. And even if you tried, you probably couldn't stop it. Because in the end, this is all you've done. There's no giving up, but you never start what you finish. Before
gotta spark it up with some Gudger. Let's get it. Gudger, baby. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You're hanging out with AntmanVs all the way till, well, 10 o'clock. My man Joe, my man Dave, and Siobhan. What's going on, guys?
Hey, hey.
So, don't mind my man Dave over there. He's just taking his stuff. He's got to do it, man. Got to do it. But
taking my kidney pill.
So we're hanging out live, man, talking about CBD. We got about 10 minutes to wrap up the show, man, but we still have some product left here. And I still have mine sitting here. Everybody else cheated.
It was good.
It was good. So this is what am I about to drink here?
So that is the hemp energy drink.
Okay.
Basically, there's actually no CBD in these. It's hemp oil, but it's basically somewhat of a healthy Red Bull, I guess you could say. It doesn't have all the horrible ingredients in there.
And then this thing is not a booger. This is actually CBD gum.
Yeah, the gum is where it's at.
Yes, and so talk about the gum, Joe, because you got me sold on it. I didn't even know what I was putting in my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I really didn't even know.
So basically the gum, it's called Can Chew. There's 10 milligrams per piece of gum. You chew them for 30 minutes to get all the CBD out of it.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And it's a time release, so you get the 10 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty good, actually.
Dave, I know you're anti-sugars, but would you like to try at least sip this?
Yeah, I'll sip it. All I drink is 2 gallons of water a day.
That's all.
And 2 homemade espresso lattes. And that's all I drink every day.
So for everybody who needs to pass a drug test, get a hold of Dave. He'll just pee for you.
Yeah, right. That's a lot of water. That's good.
Dude, that's really good.
Right?
It's good.
Yeah.
I definitely like the mango. I mean, they're both good, but I like the mango has a better flavor to it for sure if you don't care for energy drink
Would
flavor.
it be bad to make an alcoholic beverage out of this?
I'm sure people do.
I could see it being a good mixer if you want to, like replacing Red Bull with that.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never done what are they? Jaeger bombs, right?
Jaeger bomb, cherry bomb,
see,
any bomb.
I don't even know what they're called because I don't drink them.
Right.
We can actually say bomb on here without getting cut off. It's awesome.
These energy drinks are from Amsterdam. Actually,
Nice.
They're imported from Amsterdam. They won the 2016 best tasting energy drink. They use spring water, for the base basically, so you get that clean, crisp taste. Those are really cool. The gum is really cool also. A lot of teachers chew the gum because they can chew. You can be chewing during class and stuff like that. When you go traveling, it's great for the airport.
What's the life expectancy of the gum when you pop one piece at a time?
So the gum, you're supposed to chew it for at least 30 minutes to get all the CBD out of it, but it actually lasts all day. That gum, actually I had a customer in the store today that said he fell asleep with the gum in his mouth. And he woke up the next day and just started chewing it. It still had pepper. It's like, dude, I've never done it that long.
I don't think that's hardcore right there.
The longest I've ever chewed it for was probably 4 hours around
that's
in
about
there.
what I do.
And it had the peppermint flavor the entire time.
It never
I was
deteriorates.
shocked because
Yeah.
you chew things like Big Red or
Trident and all that stuff.
all that stuff, and it's like maybe 20, 30 minutes.
5
yeah.
seconds, 5.3 seconds.
I mean, it's gone like that. I mean, Dentine is a little better. It lasts a little longer, but it's still within, or that first drink of water you take, and it's gone.
It's gone.
You'd be like the girl from Willy Wonka, just put it
Right,
behind your
totally.
ear.
Never-ending gobstopper.
Absolutely.
So before we get out of here, you guys got to try this Nano Mist. So,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
so
yeah.
look, so this stuff. All right. So let me tell you a story. So the first time that I ever experienced like insta relief, I walked into Joe's office. We'll call it an office. It's a shop, but it's an office. And you walk in there, and he's just prepared for you. He's got everything laid out for you. You walk in there, and he says, "Have you tried this? Have you tried this?" Yes, but I got this. And he walks over to the case, and he pulls out this spray, and he says, "Look, all I need you to do is lift up your tongue. That's all. Just 3 sprays. That's it. Trust me." I was hesitant at first because everything else worked, but at the same time I was like, this is talking all right, everything was fast, but this was right meow.
Yeah.
Right meow.
It's pretty instantaneous. It's nano CBD. So what that means is they break the particle of CBD down from 2014 nanometers in size to 14 nanometers in size. So it makes the CBD particle so small that it penetrates the cell membrane as soon as it touches you. So I've got a cream for backs, arthritis, stuff like that. As soon as you put it on there, your pain's gone.
What about holes? That was the question.
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, I saw that. Actually, a lot of people with open wounds do use the Plus CBD balm because it rebuilds skin cells. It's an antiviral. It's an antibacterial. It's an antimicrobial.
How open though?
Probably not a gaping wound, but something
Maybe slightly broken,
like a scratch or
like a running from the cops, skin my leg.
Like I stabbed myself in the leg earlier, being an idiot, opening a box.
It would. I mean, there's nothing in there that's going to get in there and
Does
hurt
it
you.
fix stupid intern by chance?
Shut up now.
Burn.
Hey now.
So-
Does it fix burns?
Right.
So what we got going on here with this nano mist, this is the calm. There's actually a C, a B, and a D. Calm, brain, and discomfort. They all have different levels of nano CBD, but they all have different adaptogenic herbs in them too, geared towards whatever you're trying to achieve. So you got the calm. This is the one we got here today. It's like 3 sprays in the mouth, and you are instantly calm.
I like the brain. I've gotten
the
that.
brain
Straight to the
eliminates
head.
migraines.
Yeah, that
It
that
does.
was
It's
great
hard to
there.
keep that stuff. Like people come in and buy 3 and 4
Oh my
boxes
God.
of that
I
at
believe
a time.
It. I believe it. I would have
And
bought more had I known how good it
And
was.
I'm out of them right now, and they're on
Damn.
back order with the company. So
Let me know when you get
I've
them
got
in.
a list of people waiting for that stuff. I mean, seriously, I tell people all the time, if you get a migraine, stop into my store. 14 West Pasemont, Columbus, Ohio, 43202. All you got to do is Google Columbus Botanical Depot. It'll pop right up.
Not garden either, because if you
Yeah,
do
there's
that,
a Columbus Botanical Garden. That's not me.
man,
That's a
somebody hit me up and was like, "This is a garden." I was like, "Did you spell it right?" And he's
Right.
like, "I don't know how you got garden depot out of garden, but okay."
yeah.
I'm like,
And,
right on.
you know, Columbus
Maybe
Botanical
you don't need to
Depot.
go see Joe anyway.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do 3 sprays of this and pass it.
20.
Yeah,
there's
right.
one.
All right. Hey, the first
So,
2
it's
didn't
great.
count.
Yeah, it's a new bottle, so it had to work up in the. But
Sideways.
it's that stuff. I don't like to say this, but for lack of better terms, that stuff I like to call alien CBD.
Sneaks up on you.
Well, no, it's just so. It's so
It
technologically
sounds good in the
advanced.
microphone too.
Yeah. So the nanoparticle is so small that it penetrates the cell membrane as soon as you touch it. So it's 100% bioavailable, meaning you don't pass any of it. You can do a blood test and you put 5 milligrams in your system right now. An hour from now, there's 5 milligrams in your blood. That's the whole thing about CBD, is making it to the cell membrane. That's where all the magic happens with CBD. So all the products are in attempts to get to the cell. This stuff makes it right to the cell instantaneously. So there's literally no waiting. You don't pass any of it. And so all the other so what's going on in there also with the nano CBD is there's adaptogenic herbs
At first hit, it tastes like Dimetab.
A little bit, yeah. I like the way the brain tastes a little
It's
better.
the berry flavor.
I'm not huge on grape though.
Grape,
so
yeah.
Oh, this tastes great.
A lot of people love it. I like it.
Reminds
It's
me
good.
of the
I've never been
Tussin
a grape
days.
fan.
Reminds me of the Tussin days.
A little
Yeah,
bit. Mm-hmm. But that stuff is crazy. I mean, that stuff is, it's more of like, people use it as their daily supplement, but also a lot of people use it as an emergency type thing. So they'll use their regular CBD, their Plus or their Charlotte's Web or whatever, but they'll have the calm, the brain, or the discomfort sitting around for emergencies because it's just so instantaneous. My mom has had sciatic nerve problems since last October, and I took the discomfort during Christmas. The family was all together. And I pulled this out. I said, "Look, I got this discomfort, Mama. So let me try that." And now my mom will be the first to tell you if it's bull crap. If it doesn't work, she calls it on the spot. So if I want to know if something works, I go to my mom. Like, here, try this. So she tried 3 squirts of this stuff, and about a half hour she came up. She said, "Joe, for the first time in 9 months, I'm pain free." And I don't know if you know how hard it is to get rid of sciatic nerve pain. I mean, that thing it's like worse than bearing a child.
Yeah.
They say so. And she sleeps all the way through the night with this stuff. And that's the only thing that keeps, she's tried everything that I have. And I mean, she just has some pretty serious issues. And so if she says it works,
That's awesome.
I have, not to try to get it all personal and stuff, but I have, due to my accident, I have sexual dysfunction issues. And I have, with the chronic residual pain, I have serious pain in the sciatic nerve that runs up from my foot.
Which feeds everything.
Which feeds, right. And I haven't been able to bend or move my toes since December 3rd, the night before I went into work before the accident.
Okay.
So really what it is my left foot is 10 degrees colder than any part of my body, so I have no circulation. They're actually talking about possibly, if I don't get better, this brace is hopefully going to save it from having to have my toes amputated.
Oh my gosh.
So that's really how serious it is. But I mean, in all realness, man, to close out the show, just go see Joe. I mean, that's really it, man. CBDhemphealth.com. You guys need to go over there. Columbus Botanical Depot, man. It's an all-natural alternative to everything. And 14 West Pasemont Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43202, man. go ahead, call Joe, 614-407-4420, and let him know Ant-Man sent you, and who knows, he might take care of you.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We
But
will.
he will. But Dave, Joe, thank you guys so much for hanging out, man.
Yeah, thanks for
I
having
really
me. It's been
appreciate you
awesome.
guys. Definitely gonna have you guys come back in.
Definitely.
We'll chop it
Yeah,
up.
it was a good time.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been Ant-Man Versus. Catch me tomorrow night. You guys are going to be able to recap the show tomorrow night, Friday nights. Thursdays can be recapped on Fridays at 8 to 10. And when you tune in to Tuesday's show, that gets recapped on Wednesday, 3 to 5. So I cover 2 different time frames to be able to cover everybody that I am downloaded in. So I want to let you guys know, officially tonight we've been downloaded in 4 countries. So your voice is in 4 different countries, Siobhan, whether you like it or not.
Too bad I'm not.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
That would be the only thing that would be better.
All right, guys, I am Ant-Man. I'm Altador. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next Tuesday. Don't forget, Field of Firefest 5, Muddy Creek Saloon this weekend, Saliva, and a whole bunch of other bands are going to be out there, man.
I'll be there.
Yes, and the
Ant-Man
man.
and I will be there as well.
Yes, Siobhan's coming with me. Dave, I'll see you at Muddy Creek, man. Joe, I'll see you at CBD.
Okay.
All right, man. See you guys next week.
Sounds good.